And finally, someone addresses the fact that when you constantly bite back and just answer badly to people and threaten them, those people are actually able to answer you and to tell you to kindly stop, because it doesn't bring you anywhere. So yeah, I really appreciated the part where a character says, "Would you stop threatening me every 5 minutes?" So yeah, really appreciate that moment. It's 6 p.m. right now, so I just finished my working hours. I wanted to go outside for a nice walk, and of course it's starting raining like cats and dogs, literally. So there is a huge thunderstorm arriving and no walk for me. The good part is that actually tomorrow I will be working at my working space, so I will go back to work. And the reason why I'm happy is that I live in a very tiny house, and I was telling you that the reason why I'm happy to get back to work is that actually at work I may work at a proper desk and with a proper chair, and the computer is at the correct eye level, because here at home I don't have a desk and it's very hard. So I work from bed or from the sofa. So theoretically speaking, it seems like a great thing. I mean, yeah, you're working from your bed, but practically it's actually so hard, and it hurts so bad, like your back, your muscles, your neck, your eyes. Then you develop headaches and stuff like that. So I'm really happy when I can work from my workspace in this case. And yeah, so this is my evening. Apparently it's raining. I will have a dance lesson soon. Probably it will be my last dance lesson of the year. I'm not sure, of the year, I mean before summer, but we'll see if it will be, or if I will have maybe just 1 or 2 more this week and next week. So no huge updates. I'm not on page 300 of Furyborn yet. Maybe I will reach page 300 by today's night. Who knows? Finger crossed. I'm so slow at reading right now. I don't know what's happening to me. But on the other hand, I don't want to rush and I don't want to push myself too hard. I mean, reading is just a fun and relaxing experience for me. So, and readathons are meant to be fun and happy, so I don't want to ruin this experience for me and this book for me. So I'm reading slowly. I'm taking it slow and easy. And I will see you probably tomorrow at this point. I wasn't planning to come back, but this actually deserves a mention in my opinion. So I'm on page 285 of the book. I won't go into depth in the details, because if you don't want any spoilers, you won't have any actually, except for the fact that in a fantasy YA story, like in a trilogy, we have a discussion between 2 women about contraceptives, and it's just amazing to see this matter addressed in such a natural and easy way. And I will just read to you the part. So they're at a healer's house, and one tells to the other, "He's a good man, discreet, no nonsense, and for all our sakes, I'd like to know that going forward your body is protected, just in case." Brielle stopped. "You brought me here so I could buy a contraceptive tonic. Did you think to buy one for yourself?" She flushed once more. "I didn't. I suppose I still rather was caught up in all the..." She gestured helplessly. "The kissing, that's what friends are for. To do the thinking for you when your own mind's gone fogged." How precious is this moment? I know that for someone it may seem like as a silly thing, but to actually see that this matter addressed so easily and just addressed in a fantasy story, in a YA story. I think that it's amazing and it's beautiful and it should happen more often. So yeah, I'm all for it. Yay for the book. And by the way, this chapter with this scene ends with a bang, because we finally understand who are the characters that we've seen at the very beginning of the prologue of the whole book. So now we know who is who. And yes, I'm so into the story right now. So page 289 at this point, so 11 pages, and I'm at and I'm at count 300. Who would have guessed that apparently it's Thursday night and I've read 0 pages of Furyborn so far. I'm doing so great at this readathon. My oh my, how am I great right now. Well, on the other hand, I just have like 20 minutes to finish Bad Feminist, which is the audiobook that I'm listening right now. But as far as the readathon books are concerned, I'm doing very, very bad. And there is no explanation for it. It's just like, I don't know. In the evening when I arrive home this week, I was always so tired and it was always late, and I ended up just like, I don't know, eating, watching a couple of videos and then falling asleep. So that was my activity. Yay for being young and full of life. And so yeah, nothing new to tell you except for Bad Feminist. And I still have some minutes. Okay. I still have like, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to finish it. But so far I can already tell you that I wasn't expecting this book to be what it revealed itself to be. First of all, I wasn't aware that the author was Black, and I discovered it just as I started listening to it. It's like pretty much in the first pages, but I wasn't aware about it. And it's a book that I've seen around for quite a bit of time, and for whatever reason I always put it aside, but then I saw that it was there on Storytel, which is the service that I'm using in order to listen to audiobooks, and I decided to listen to it, and it was a pleasant surprise. And the thing that I wasn't expecting was the fact that this book, first of all, it's kind of long. It's 11 or 12 hours kinda, which for like an audiobook is kinda like a pretty solid length. And the content of the book really surprised me. I was expecting something like, I don't know, essays on feminism, of course, but it wasn't only that. I mean, there are... No, sorry. I'm just so sleepy. I mean, there are some essays on feminism, on what it means to be a feminist, on what it means to be a good or bad feminist, moreover on what it means to be a Black feminist, which is a very interesting matter. And I started really thinking about it some months ago when I watched a documentary, I believe it's called, yes, on Netflix, which was the one with... I will go to sleep right after this video, yeah. The one with Jane Fonda, how was it called in English? Oh my god, I cannot remember. But it was very eye-opening for me. It was speaking about like the first wave of feminism and kinda how feminism was seen in the artistic community some decades ago in America specifically. And for me, that was the first time when I heard a Black woman talking about her experience with
feminism and with how it was actually hard, and it is actually hard even today for Black women to kind of identify themselves in a movement, because they're kind of in between, because there is the race issue and the gender issue, and they need to fight for both. But like gender, like feminists are always used to tell Black women to join in the movement and not to care about race, because we're all united, and who cares about race? We have like our agenda. And the Black community did the same, so it was all about let's support our people, our families, your husbands, your fathers, your relatives, your male companions and dear ones who are fighting. So you have to get into the fight and forget about feminism, because it doesn't matter right now. We have a more important issue at hand. And so they almost kind of like felt stuck in between, from what I see and from what I heard. And this book too again confirmed something similar. So I get that the matter of feminism is kind of very complicated for Black women in particular, and yeah, it was kind of unique. It has a lot of pop culture references. From what I get, the author is actually a critic, and so she talks about television, movies, TV series and books, and just kind of random things apparently, but all together they really give you an idea of who this writer is and what she stands for and what are her thoughts. And so for me it was almost kind of reading an autobiography or a memoir, because I saw so many snippets of her, like of herself and of her character in that book, even if they are like just essays that are not connected, that I really enjoyed it. Right now I will listen to the end of it, and it was a great experience. I learned some things. It was kind of thought-provoking in some other parts. Even the parts in which she was talking about like random TV series that I'd never watched, it still was very informative. And so yeah, I enjoyed the experience. I hope to read more books kind of similar, and feminism is like a core, I don't know how to phrase it correctly. It's, first of all, it's a theme in which I'm very interested, and I'm very passionate about feminism, and I'm not afraid to tell that I am a feminist in the true meaning of the word, because we often forget that the way in which we use some words aren't always the way in which the world was intended to be used. And the meaning of feminism is to have simply men and women who are equal, to have the same rights, to have the same duties, the same ups and downs, kind of. So this is something that I stand for, absolutely. So I just hope to find some other very informative and thought-provoking reads like that. And now I just can't wait to embrace my pillow, apparently. So yeah, that's it for this evening, and I will see you tomorrow or the day after, or I don't know when at this point, because this vlog is a mess. Good morning, Booktube. Now it's Saturday. It's Saturday morning, kinda almost noon right now, and I will even stop telling you how bad I am at vlogging, since it's not Saturday, it's Sunday actually, and I completely forgot apparently. Yeah, it's Sunday, so that's even worse. But anyhow, here I am with an update. I read a little bit yesterday, I read a little bit today, and now I have just 70 more pages to go for Furyborn. But now I'm actually heading out, and I will bring you with me just to share and to have some memories for myself, because today is the first day during which me and my fiance will be going kind of location scouting to find the perfect location for our wedding day. I still don't know when exactly, how, anything, so we're just starting with the location and we will see. Today is the first place and it's very, very cute because it has a picnic solution, so they're organizing these lunch picnics, and I thought that it was really, really cute since the weather is perfect. It's hot, it's sunny, and to have a picnic on the outside seems just amazing. And so I will go, I will eat, I will read a little bit. I hope that it will be a place with a little bit of shadow, because as you may see as you may see in some of my other videos, I am so pale that actually I can reflect light sometimes. And just to give you an idea, when I'm taking a photo with the Polaroid camera that has the flash inside of it, well, if I'm in the center, in the front center, then I'm completely white and no one near me can be seen, because yeah, that happens. I can just reflect all the light, so I have to stay actually in the back in the photos, because otherwise you cannot see the people in front. Yeah, that's how pale I am. And now that I'm thinking about it, I actually should find some sunscreen protection, because I don't have any. I have not bought it yet this year. It's the first time I'm actually going on the outside like that since last year probably, so that will be funny. I hope that I won't get burned, that we will enjoy the place and the experience, and that I finally will finish Fury Born, at least one book. Please let me finish at least one book during this readathon. Yeah, so these are the updates and I will see you later. So we arrived at the location and we're starting to enjoy our picnic. Actually, the place is very, very beautiful, but it's not exactly what we were expecting. It's fine for a picnic or for a walk because it's very green, it's very beautiful. I will show you around a little bit later, but it's not exactly wedding material because there are a lot of buildings around, and inside the restaurant is it's not that it's small, because we are not planning to have that many people, but just the inner structure is not very fitting for a wedding. It's just a very small place and a little bit suffocating, let's say. So this won't go for the wedding, but it's perfect for a picnic, and we're thinking to use this kind of structure for our wedding, maybe so something like picnic-ish like, and we'll see how it goes. But now I will show you a little bit around. So we are back, and it was crazy hot. It's actually like 32 degrees Celsius right now, so it's kind of hot in the sun, but it was a very pleasant picnic. It was such a nice experience. The weather was perfect and the earth was a little bit wet since it kind of rained for days right now, so it was very, very pleasant overall. And yeah, so we decided, as I told you before, that the place wasn't exactly what we wanted for us, but the picnic formula is really something that we enjoy, and probably we will try and replicate it for our wedding, so something kind of similar. As far as reading is concerned, now I have I've read like 20 pages while we were there, and the weather was so lovely, but I was starting to fall asleep. So here we are, and my goal for today is to finally finish Furyborn. The only thing that I need to do. I absolutely have. So I will see you later when I will finish the book. Finally, it's over. I mean, not finally. It sounds kind of strange. I am glad that I finished this book. But it was a good book, so it's not like I was waiting for it to finish because it was bad. It's just that it took me forever to finish it because I was reading so little this month. Like literally so little. I finished Spin the Dawn, but it wasn't for the readathon. So this is the only book that I finished for the readathon. And now it's Sunday and we have one more week of June and then it's over. And my second book for the readathon is Muse of Nightmares. And this one is almost 500 pages and that one is probably over 500 pages. So that will never happen. I'll never finish it, but I will start it. I will give it a try. I will start this evening or maybe tomorrow, I don't know, and we will see how it goes. Meanwhile, I'm listening audiobooks, and the audiobook that I'm listening to right now is Council of Dads, which is a very kind of heartbreaking story. I will talk a little bit more in depth about it later when I will finish it, but for now let me get back to Furyborn. So I enjoyed the story. I will definitely buy the second volume for my birthday so that I will have it and I will be able to go on with the story when I can. Even if it's almost 500 pages, it kind of goes smoothly. I had no problems with the rhythm or anything like that, and kind of by the end of the book I started appreciating the second main character too, and it was overall an enjoyable experience, kind of unique in its way. I've never read a book with angels in it. Like, no, I read one book with angels in it, but it was like about literal angels, like the angels from the Bible, that sort of angels. And this is the first one in which I see angels as a paranormal kind of creatures. I know that there are other books that were published mainly at the beginning of 2010, kind of in that period, or at the beginning of 2000 and something. Anyhow, but I never read those. So for me, it's first, and I'm enjoying the experience. The angels are kind of the bad guys here, so interesting. And there is the kind of elemental magic, I would say, not exactly elemental but similar, and elemental magic is one of my most beloved tropes. I love that kind of magic. So now I just want to know what will happen to the story later, because we're following two points of view and we're still trying to catch with what happens in the prologue of the book. So I really want to know how the things will kind of set and what will happen. So yes, it was an enjoyable read. I'm rambling a little bit and sorry for the voice. I have a little bit of a cold, but it's because now that it's hot, everywhere you go there is it called air conditioning? I mean, there's cold air in the offices, in the shops, everywhere, and in the cars. But then outside it's 32 degrees, so now I have a bit of a cold. Nothing serious, just literally a cold. So my nose is a little bit closed and I feel sometimes a little bit chilly, but nothing too serious. So yeah, this is my update. Finally I finished the book. That's something new for sure. And now I will start Muse of Nightmares. Or better, I will go, I will change, I will take off the bit of makeup that I still have on. I will skip a little bit, take a shower, prepare for tomorrow at work, and then I will start reading Muse of Nightmares. So see you very soon, and maybe I will conclude this vlog here because I have a bit of footage. It's not very long, and I will see you for the last week of this readathon in my next video. Bye! Ciao!